Is Bitcoin reversing? Let's find out right now. What's up, everybody? James here with Myself Invested, helping you make the best investment, which is in yourself. If you like crypto, if you like personal finance, go ahead, hit that subscribe button for more videos. Get notified every time that I drop a new one. But today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, my price analysis, technical analysis on Bitcoin right now, possibly making a reversal. And then I'm going to give my price prediction for the next, we'll see, couple months or so. But let's take a look into the charts right now and see what we've got. So we're looking at Bitcoin on a hourly time frame right now. And what we could see is that we have been falling for a little while, probably, basically since the steeper drop since the new year, going back to just the start of 2022. More recently, over the last week, we were in this down move that we had a channel, then we broke the channel, found support, then we were in a secondary sideways channel, and now we are testing the upper bound on this channel on the hourly time frame. And I made a video a couple days ago showing how we had some bullish divergence, and usually in that case that's a bullish reversal signal, or at least some sideways movement, basically just showing that the momentum to the downside is reverting back to the mean, in this case in the RSI. And you could see that we're in a down move. Our momentum to the downside was slowing. And so basically what we ended up with was sideways price action for a few days. And now we are testing the upper bound, the upper range of this channel. And if we continue on, we could break this and then retest. So let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. You can see this a little bit more clear. We also had a steep volume, surge in volume on the down on this, the most recent kind of down move. Price action is fluctuating within this range. We had another test to the downside with steep volume. And then right on this candle here, we have a nice wide range bar that's moving up on volume. This is giving me an indication that we might be breaking out of this range. Now we have to still wait and see if we're going to break out and then get a retest. But this is looking like it wants to try to turn around at the very least. And so let's take a look at the daily time frame. We can see where we've possibly had this pattern before. This is going all the way back to July of 2021, where we had price kind of fall. Then we had a bullish engulfing candle with some relative high volume, and then that was the start of this up move here. We've got price rolling over in the same way. Here we're moving below this trading range, and then we've got relatively we're still on this candle right now, but we've got volume that's pretty significant already. So one thing that we want to look for is just if this is just going to be a test to the upper bound of this range. Let's go back to the 1 hour, and then it's going to come back down, or if it's actually going to break and then retest. I am bullish if we get a break and then a retest. That is going to be my signal to maybe add to my position, because then we could see some higher price movement. If we, again, break, retest, and then come back, I would look to get in right about here. Now that could be on the short term, and I want to share with you where I'm looking more of a long-term view on Bitcoin in my price prediction. So we know that we have some support here that we came down to at the end of September in 2021. That's where price is right now. So this is a strong level of support, was also a strong level of resistance going all the way back to January of last year. So it's kind of interesting that now we are retesting this level of that was previous resistance back a year ago, now has become support. Could it be a coincidence? Yeah, of course, but we always take into consideration things like that. If we can hold this $41,000, $42,000 level, I would think that we would move to, and we break back into this trading range and then break out, I would think that we would go to new all-time highs. I think that we would break above the $69,000, $70,000 level, and that we would be headed to, prices where people were talking about closer to, 100K. That would be the ideal scenario. Now, we also could see a price continue to fall down. Maybe it comes up, retest this upper bound at 45,000, and then it comes down to this lower bound of this price channel around 35,000, turns around. But really what I'm looking for, I do believe that at some point in this cycle, we will see all-time highs above 70,000, but really it's just trying to determine whether it's going to happen sooner or later. I would love it to happen sooner, of course. We get a turnaround, break back into this trading range, and then up and out. Or it could take a little while. We come back down to the lower bound at 35,000, maybe even down to 30,000, maybe even down to 30,000, and then we come back up. That would be what I'm looking for. So at all of these different points are potential to add to my position. Really just depends on what we see on the shorter time frames and comparing it to what we see on the larger time frames, like the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Again, we have on the moving averages here, we have the 50 and then 20. Back in September, we had price basically, back in July, we had price come down to break out above the 50-day moving average, 50-week moving average in this case. Then we retested it in September, and we are trying to hold that same level of support. This is a critical level, again, because if we fall below this, then it really the overall cycle of the market could be bearish. I'm still bullish at this point because I still think we have a lot of ways to go. However, we have to pay attention to what the price is showing us, and the charts will show us what price is doing. No matter how much we actually want Bitcoin or whatever crypto to go up, we have to pay attention to the charts, take our emotion out of it, and just be more pragmatic, more systematic, and logical when it comes to analyzing the chart. So it doesn't matter how much I want Bitcoin to be bullish or what price I want it to go to. It really doesn't matter. There's way more market participants and people who are in the market that are going to determine what the price actually is. I just need to be smart enough to prepare for it, be able to analyze, anticipate, and then ultimately react and be smart and mitigate and manage risk. So I do think that we are going to turn around at some point here and come back around, because this is a very interesting level. People probably think with this head and shoulders pattern, this is normally a bearish pattern, but we could have a fake out to the downside. People may think that this is it. We're going down, but we could see a turnaround and leave people in the dust. And so you have to understand the psychology of the market participants as well. They see this pattern here, the head and shoulders. Oh, it's done. Actually, it comes down, faking people out, and then price comes back up to all-time highs. So you just have to pay attention and keep multiple outcomes in your mind and be able to assess what could happen in different ways, not getting so caught up on just one single outcome of what the market can do. Just to reiterate, since I have it up on the chart, we have the the Fibonacci levels as well, where price is coming. I mean, look at this. Price is coming right to that 618 level, the golden ratio. So that's all I've got for you in this video. If this was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching this. This is James with Myself Invested, helping you make the best investment, which is in yourself.